Hi everybody, my name is Michael. I fully understand where you are, as I've been in prison myself on 3 separate occasions. The last time I was in prison, I was sentenced to 12.5 years with my father. We were arrested for drug importation. We shared the same cell for the first few years. I understand the fear, the loneliness, also the high and the joy that prison life can bring. I used my time in prison to change. I'm 21 years sober and a recovering alcoholic. The pandemic is dangerous, so I'm going to explain to you about what is expected of you to keep safe and well. COVID-19 is hard for everybody. It's even harder being in prison, away from your friends and family, worrying about how they're coping, not getting to see them. And there's worrying about your own health as well, as getting your head around all the changes being made to help keep you safe and stop the virus from spreading. This is a 2-part story told in pictures about 2 friends, Jed and Kate. Jed goes to prison during the coronavirus pandemic. He feels scared as he knows what's in front of him. Things are different to the last time Jed was in prison. He queues for his food with the other first-night men, but has to wait behind a yellow line until it's his turn. A nurse talks to Jed. All new residents are put in isolation for 14 days. This is to check that they haven't got coronavirus. Jed has asthma, so he's given a letter. He explains that he could get very poorly if he gets coronavirus. She tells Jed to wash his hands often. A prison officer will bring him his food to his room, and if he gets ill, he can take paracetamol. Some people have swabs for coronavirus taken from their nose and throat. There is a vaccine that Jed could have to stop him getting ill from coronavirus. The nurse asks Jed if he wants to have it. Jed decides that he doesn't want to have the vaccine. Jed is aware he's going into someone else's room, so he's quite cautious not to disturb or distress his roommate. He knows his cellmate might have concerns and threaten him, telling him to get out. Jed has got a good cellmate who likes playing cards. Because of the coronavirus, they stay in their room most of the time. They can't go to education or the gym, but they can go outside for a short time every day, as long as they keep 2 meters from other people. The prison officer takes Jed to use the phone. He rings his friend Kate to find out how she is. Jed feels hot and cold. He is coughing all the time. A prison officer takes Jed to a new room just for him. The nurse comes to see Jed. She's wearing a mask, an apron and gloves. She takes his temperature. Jed still doesn't feel very well, and he is bored and lonely. He wishes that he had let the nurse give him the vaccine when he arrived in prison. Jed is feeling much better now. He's one of the lucky ones. Some people may get seriously ill with the virus. He is glad someone explained this to him. Even though it made him feel anxious when he got ill, the prison officer bought him some stuff to do. He still has to stay in isolation for a few days to make sure he isn't infectious. You can ask for a printed copy of this story if you want to read it again. Take a closer look. Think more about things you don't understand. Think about how you're feeling and the thoughts that come into your head. And if you have a question or worries about your health or your risk of coronavirus after watching this, don't bottle it up. Talk to someone. Ask to speak to one of the healthcare team. If you're feeling stressed or anxious, or even wondering how you will carry on coping, and it's quite normal to be feeling like that, tell someone. Talk to your roommate, if you have one, and get on okay with them. If you don't want to do that, there are key workers, wing officers, the chaplaincy team, listeners, nurses and doctors. They're all there to help you. They're all in this with you. It's tough, but together we'll get through this. Thank you for listening.